Hey everyone, how's it going? My name is Billy and welcome back to my garage. Starting off here with a little bit of log press and a little dance for good luck. Gonna go ahead and do 185 pound strict press here for 2. That's a new rep PR for me. I've never done 2 of these strict before, so that was pretty cool. Definitely getting stronger there. Then we'll go ahead and do a push press for the 3rd one here. Just couldn't quite get the strict pressed out, and we'll go ahead and jump up to 205 pounds now. Definitely a nice little shoulder day here. I was really focusing on, instead of going as heavy as I could, doing a little more rep work. So like I said, we'll do 205 for a few here. A little struggle. Moved to a different part of the garage for this, so still getting my bearings a little bit as well with where to stand to press between the rafters, because the ceiling's a little too short to just press anywhere. Jumping up to 215 here. Still no problem. Go ahead and do that for a couple reps of the push press. A little struggle, but we got there. And I think we're gonna go ahead and go back to 190 now and just do a couple of sets of 4 or 5 just to get a little more rep work in, instead of just calling it when started to get a little tired. Drop the weight and just did a few more. Not so bad. One more here. Oh, nope, don't get that last one. And we'll go ahead and do another set of those. Still 190, just trying to get as much work in as possible. Go. And then after this, we're going to go ahead and move on to some upright rows. Really work those delts a little bit here. Have 100 pounds on the bar. I think it's a 15 pound bar. So 115 pounds, we'll go ahead and do those for a handful of reps. Not so bad. Then we'll go ahead and add, I believe, another 20 pounds to it. So 120 plus the bar. Definitely a little bit harder, but good work on the delts. Now we're going to go ahead and jump forward a couple days. We're going to do some deadlifts. 315, no straps, just a little bit of chalk. And I am going to actually be able to get it here. That God of Grip training has been paying off already. So thumbs up, we actually will do that, and then we'll go ahead and throw in the straps and finish warming up at 315 here. There we go. Nice and easy. And then we're going to go ahead and jump up to 405 for 2. And that's gonna, well, it's gonna be no problem. Probably could have done a few more reps, but I wanted to try and hit 455 today, so I didn't want to waste too much energy. So 405 for 2, real quick and easy. Here we're trying 455. Get it to the knees and just stall out. Can't unfortunately get it. We're gonna go ahead and try it again here. Still 455 and right back to the knees, and that's it again. Not sure what was going on, but we're gonna go ahead and drop it to 435 or 425, excuse me, and get a good rep in and try another and just be completely gassed out. Can't even get it off the ground or barely up to the knees. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to some sled drags here, starting off at 190. No problem dragging that across the yard. Go ahead and flip around. Sled drag is not something I've ever done before like this. There's a competition I'm looking at doing in April that has a pretty heavy drag as part of it, so starting to work on that. Went ahead and threw on another 45, so we're at 235 now, still no problem. Go ahead and get that back down the other side here. Not so bad. And then we're going to go ahead and throw in a 100-pound plate on top, so we're up to 335 now, which is in between the two weights. One's a 300, one's a 350 in the competition I'm looking at that you can either do at the same time or kind of one then the other. It sounds like an interesting lift here, but yeah, this 335 across the yard is definitely pretty hard. Need to really work on this, but we do get it, so we'll go ahead and get that back across the yard here. Definitely feeling it in the quads and down near the knees. It's definitely an interesting feeling if you've never done a heavier sled drag like this. Yeah, and then we're going to go ahead and do that for one more pass here up and down the yard. So thank you everyone for watching, and if you enjoyed this help, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you in the next one.